What's up, winners? Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll get right into it. Sorry I've been out. My throat, I got sick again. Ugh, it's annoying, but we're going to get back to it better than ever. Let's go right into this. It's 60 Minutes interview with the former chief of staff, who was the one who brought attention to Meghan's mistreatment of staff. And there's some really crucial points here. I'm going to play long clips so you can see them and then break down some of these points.
Well, I don't think anyone can control the image of anyone in today's media world, social media world. You just can't. All you can do is help people be themselves. With both of these people, with the Prince and Princess, what you see is what you really get behind the scenes as well.
For the first 4 of his 7 years with the royal family, Jason was a key advisor for not just William and Kate, but Harry and Meghan too.
So first of all, look at that timing, that lead-in, is you can't hide who you are. And you see the current reputation of Harry and Meghan. And I don't know if that's an intentional message, but right before they discuss Harry and Meghan is the reference to you can't just do these fake brand changes every 2 weeks and all this. And there's some really interesting stuff when we read his body language where we have someone being honest, trying to be nice, but we could read between the lines.
At the couple's very first public appearance together, Jason was right behind them.
I worked really closely with the two of them, and we had lots of great times. Working on their wedding was an amazing, magical experience. And, you know, I wish them absolutely all the best with their lovely family.
What do we have right there? His furrowed brow about how it's a lovely experience. This is someone who worked with nightmare people that were absolutely terrible, who's extremely classy and polite and won't speak badly. And this is so interesting when he's the one where the allegations came from, because the key is he was not trying to make allegations, which is really interesting. We'll get to that in a minute.
If you sense there's a bit more to the story, you're right. While Jason was keeping a close eye on the couple's public image, behind the scenes, a storm was brewing. Just a few months after he joined them on this trip to Ireland in 2018, their first as husband and wife, Jason raised concerns the Duchess was upsetting junior staff.
All right, we're going to get into that in a minute. First of all, congrats to him. He did the long hair. It always looks better. So that's just a really important lead-in, that it's not like he went to the media like Meghan and Harry do to be like, we were bullied, me. He was trying to defend the people who worked under him.
I am very concerned that the Duchess was able to bully 2 PAs out of the household in the past year. We have had report after report from people who have witnessed unacceptable behavior.
You know, I think so much of it is...
Fast forward 3 years, and that email was leaked to the media, just days before Harry...
Very key things, right? Now, that is really extreme, and a lot of you viewers are English, but I believe you English people tend to be a bit more understated, you know, not very extreme in the language, and that's pretty strong language, so I imagine things were really crazy. But very, very important there is that this was literally just him raising concerns, and it was 3 years prior to being released. There is no way there's some conspiracy like they were able, you know, the palace was able to plan for when Harry and Meghan left. It's just total nonsense. He had a problem, and he gently brought it up. And that was Meghan bullying people. We could see it over and over.
Meghan's explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey.
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods about us.
The PR man suddenly found himself in the spotlight. And it only intensified when he gave evidence in a court case between Meghan and a tabloid newspaper.
Again, we see with him, nothing is about PR. It was a court case. He was giving evidence. And if we look at this guy, you can read people. He's going out of his way not to say anything negative about them. And he could do a lot more. Even if he was trying to do like Harry and Meghan do now, where they use cat's paws, they try and imply things, he could be doing so much more to manipulate if that was his goal. Well, he's not trying to manipulate. That's my point, actually, right? Like, if he was trying to be like, oh no, everything was great with them, he could really slip a lot more in there to influence. But he's not slipping anything in. He's just being classy. So it's just that you can't hide how bad Meghan is and how badly she treats people. Simple as that. We have a very reputable source here, and the way the information came out. And listen to his answers here.
But ever the professional, he's still choosing his words carefully.
You had some unwanted public attention on you. Was it tough?
I think it's tough, but it's probably quite good. Someone who has been helping other people through how to deal with the public eye. You probably have to take your own medicine sometimes. You can't choose just to take the fun stuff in any job. And that applies to the prince and princess as well as everyone else working for them. So I wouldn't change anything.
You wouldn't do anything differently?
No, not what I would have thought. But at the end of the day, you get to do an amazing job. You've got to take everything that comes with it.
What a great attitude, right? Just a nice guy. And you can read people most of the time. That's like the misnomer. It's like you have this super perfect person, and suddenly it turns out they were like a serial criminal or something you see on TV. Most of the time there's lots of indications with people. Like, you'll see when they find out someone's a horrible criminal, they have these like minor abuse things like that. It just generally tends to be the case. When you have someone who just seems pleasant, there's no indication of them treating anyone badly or lying, chances are they're generally pretty honest. And you see the opposite with Harry and Meghan. But also, I think he just doesn't care about the crazy people who just believe anything Meghan says. You notice in the comments lately, they're saying, like, I'm no fan of Meghan, but you're a horrible person. It's obviously a little tactic they're using. You could tell it's Meghan's fans or bots because they don't understand grammar or spelling, just like the old ones. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we can be consistent. I'm working on that email stuff. Literally, look at this freaking thing. This is me trying to fix the email for you guys. I'm doing my own server. It's probably not going to work. It's been uploading all day, but it's going to be way better than me using a service. So I can get everything